This is my 1000 at a time account, and I'm allowed to kill anything I want 1000 times as long as the combat level of each monster increases with every monster I kill. I'm an Iron Man, with the added restrictions of not being able to buy from shops, pick up item spawns, and only being able to skill by processing the loot that I receive. After looting 36,000 drops from 36 different monsters, I can finally say I now have some respectable gear on the account. Follow me in my journey as we power our way through thousands of monsters with the new goal of completing the fight caves. And to kick off today's episode, we're already in a pickle, stuck between two good options to choose from. There's Chaos Druid Warriors, which of course drop an abundance of herbs as well as a small amount of herblore secondaries. And then there's Burthorpe Guards, which only have one real selling point, and that's the fact that they drop medium clue scrolls. I am gonna go with a clue scroll route. Herbs are important, but several things drop herbs, and medium clue scrolls are way more limited on this account build. There's still many things we'd like to obtain from medium clue scrolls, the two main ones being a simple use short bow, and the other being any of the rare boot drops. Why are they facing backwards? Look at these guys. Anyways, for level 37, we're going to be killing Burthorpe Guards. They don't drop anything of importance except a medium clue scroll 1 in 128. I wanted to kill Dark Warriors because they actually drop medium clue scrolls more commonly, but they are aggressive, it's not multi-combat, and most of the combat levels there aren't the 37 combat levels that I need to kill, so I'd be attacked by level 62s, 51s, and it just would have been a nightmare scenario. This should be a really quick task, guys. They only have a 15-second respawn timer, and they only have 40 HP, so I can almost two-shot them, as you can see there, but they can't even move. Unless I attack one and drag them from his spawn location, they just sit there stationary, stare off in the distance. We are going to plow through this task, and it feels good going through tasks quick. I like to feel like I'm getting things done. One of the awesome things about the Burthorpe Guards as well is, just like the White Knights, I'm pretty much at the respawn location because I could just tele right back to where we just were. 906 kills in, and we hit 90 combat, and we're only on combat level 37 for the monsters we're killing. So the loot tracker is only going to show 997. It was mixing with my guards that I killed earlier in the series in Falador, so I deleted them 3 in, but it is 1,000 kills. We have heaps of armor. I mean, maybe we'll use them for Alks one day. If we can ever go to Giant's Foundry, we can use it there for some smithing XP. Collecting all the junk imaginable is always a good thing. Also, we topped off on bronze and steel arrows, and we have over 1,000 in each. Oh my gosh, this is a big deal, guys. This is the first Yuri clue we're actually able to complete. Picking up junk always wins, and actually it's a little bit of foreshadowing as well because that's the location of the next monster that we're going to kill. So I emptied all of my serum 207s, and I actually messed up in doing that. I wanted to make room for the prayer pots that I made. Since I'm very limited on vials, I can use these on the afflicted and get rewards for it, and I literally did this in a video once and I completely forgot about it. And the reason why I'm doing it now is because I can get some swamp paste, so I could do this part of this clue scroll. It's the last step of the last clue scroll, and I need swamp paste, and of course I can't get swamp paste any other way except doing crazy things like this. But I'm really upset because I dropped 17 Fordos pots. Man, I'm so bummed about the serum situation. It really could have been such a big play if I saved on to all those, but we're gonna do it in the future. We're gonna get more ashes, don't worry. I mean, if I just light fires and pick up the ashes, that's technically not a spawn. That's me processing the log into ashes, right? Right? But we're gonna worry about that when we need to. We have 5 caskets to open. You guys know what I want. Let's not sugarcoat this. Whew, here we go. Ooh, a lot of green, a lot of money as well. Ooh, does that guy have rangers? Oh, you think that's an Iron Man? Imagine he's an Iron Man. A crier hat. Okay, I'll take that. Some Addy G as well. Also, the green D'hide body. I can't even wear it. We don't have Dragon Slayer 1 complete, and we're a few items off of that. 116k. Blah. And the last one. Good luck. Ooh, black headband. Wait a second. We got a power amulet. That's our best amulet. I looked right past it. I literally looked right past it. This is big. Now, we do lose a lot of melee defense, but that doesn't really matter. We get a lot of attack bonuses, still some defense, but the biggest of all, the strength bonus. Even little prayer sprinkled on top, and it just looks so much cooler. I was sick of looking at that little green amulet. Oh, that's so nice. I don't know how I missed it. I think I was still too sad about the Serum 207s, to be honest. Today's video is sponsored by Factor 75, a meal prep service featuring pre-prepared, delicious meals that anyone can enjoy. Factor takes all the stress out of meal planning. Skip out on grocery stores, prep work, and cooking fatigue while getting dietitian-approved meals delivered right to your door. Every meal is ready to eat in 2 minutes or less, always fresh and never frozen. And the best part is that there are 35 meals to choose from. There's also 60 possible add-ons as well, including on-the-go lunches, snacks, and beverages to help you stay fueled all day. There are options for everyone, including keto, protein plus, vegan and veggie, calorie smart, and more. So skip out on those unhealthy fast food meals. Factor is cheaper, healthier, and absolutely delicious. I urge you all to give Factor 75 a try. Get 50% off and free shipping on your first Factor box using my link in the description, by scanning the QR code on screen, or by using my code RARGHJAN50. That's RARGHJAN50. Thank you so much to Factor for sponsoring today's video. All right, next up we have level 38 White Wolves. We are here on the Proudspire Mountain. The bank's also pretty far away because we have to walk all the way around, but we will be collecting all of the bones. This is just a roll we got from a random event. Let's actually also use all this in Slayer because we are going to need all the inventory space we can get. So let's see what level we get to from level 20. Oh god, this is going to be quite big. Look, that's a 24. It will. Oh my gosh, let's fucking go, guys. I might be killing Pyre Fiends. I'm not sure about that yet, but getting 30 would be really nice there. We are going to collect them and bank all of them because I finally figured out a way that we can get 5 fletching this episode, so we can finally fletch them into the arrow tips and get a lot of fletching and crafting XP on the account. Plus, we still have all those wolf bones when we killed Burthorpe citizens, so we're going to have a lot of XP coming our way. And that is 85 strength. These levels are really starting to take a little bit of time in between each one, but that is a nice, solid number to have there. And these are the bones of the 1000th kill. Of course, no prayer XP this time around. We have all the bones banked. Let's just tell you out of here because that walk is honestly abysmal. 2,000 bones to play around with. Now, it's not the next monster that unlocks fletching for us. It's the one after that. So let's head to the next monster, get through that, because the one after, we're going to get lots of XP in both fletching and crafting. Next up, we have the green plumed white knights. This is the last time we're going to be killing them. I know we already did it, so I'm not going to talk too much about them. They drop the iron bar and the nature runes, the 2 exciting items, I guess you could say, that we can get from these guys at the same exact rarity as the level 38s I killed. Funny enough, though, all the white knights and all the levels drop these same exact items, but the rarities shift a little bit here and there depending on which level you're killing, which is really odd. These white knights are not going to be as streamlined as the level 36 white knights we killed because there's never 2 next to each other. There's one up here, there's one down there, and there's one over there just looking blissfully into the distance, and we're going to go kill him. Because that's what we do on Millikins. We kill every monster 1,000 times. These bones and this Towerman are going to be the last thing I see from these white knights. There are level 42 white knights, but we ain't coming back. We have a better monster for 42. That is 1,000 level 39 white knights, a lot more iron bars, a lot more nature runes. Let's go take a look how many we have. Looks like we're getting close-ish to 86 strength as well. The levels are really taking a long time. So let's bank all of this. Iron bars, we are at 270. And for the nature runes, we're at 1,163. The inventory space needs to be clear. It doesn't need to be, but it's going to be more efficient with a nice clear inventory space. So we are going to dump our lamps into Slayer, and that gets us to level 26. Nice. We want to do the Haunted Mine quest. We actually need 35 crafting. Thankfully, we have some hard leather in the bank, 91. And we do have some thread, so let's get that level real quick and then off to do the Haunted Mine. It's actually kind of funny because the next monster we're going to kill is in the Haunted Mine. We don't actually need to complete the quest to get to that monster, But when we complete the Haunted Mine quest, we do get a salve amulet, and the only thing we were missing for the longest time was the chisel. We finally have it. We can complete the quest, get the salve, and that's going to speed up our kills substantially. Thankfully, we had over 400 cowhide in the bank just at the ready. I love saving a lot of extra supplies for situations like this, but that is our 35 crafting. Oh my god, we almost just died. I made the really dumb decision to attempt this boss without having any run and chicken in my inventory, but we got it with 5 HP. I'll take it. Now, all we do is run over to this outcrop, chop it with a chisel, and boom, 22,000 strength XP, and we also can make the salve amulet with this, which gives some nice stats. Now, the salve amulet, despite what the examine message says, gives a 16.67 boost to attack and strength. I'm not sure why it's different, but according to the wiki, this is wrong, and it gives that extra 1.67%. So much better than the power ammo when fighting the undead, and we are off to kill some level 40 skeletons. For our next monster, we'll finally be able to unlock a skill I've been wanting to train for a while, Fletching. The level 40 skeletons in the Tarn's lair drop arrow shafts fairly commonly. When fletched into headless arrows with the feathers we already have in the bank, we should be able to get to 5 fletching, finally allowing us to chisel down all of the wolf bones in the bank for lots of crafting and fletching XP. Other notable drops include medium clue scrolls, an amulet mold, and weapon poison. So this is turning out to be a little bit of a nightmare. The level 40 skeletons that I want to attack, there's 2 spawns. There's one right by the entrance to the Tarn lair and one right here. But there's aggressive level 50 animated spades. These are the guys we would have had to kill in 10 levels time if we still didn't have a spade. And thankfully we avoided having to kill them. But oh my gosh, they are still being annoying. The curse of the spade continues. I'm probably gonna have to wait until aggro disappears before I can start getting tons of kills. But as you can see, they basically have no HP at all. They have 26. They basically have no defense. And the moment I lose the aggro from these spades, I should be able to bounce back and forth between these 2 spawns and get kills very quick. There's the first drop we're looking for, some weapon poison. I honestly don't know what I'll use it on just yet, but having the opportunity to poison something if I'm really struggling to kill something might prove to be really beneficial in the future. There is the amulet mold. We finally have a mold on the account. It's about time. The first set of arrow shafts, the main reason why we're here, 1 in 25.6, so we should be just shy of around 500 of these bad boys by the end of 1,000 kills. Let's hope we're close to that number because we really need that XP to start our fletching grind. So I dropped on my food, but I'm getting kind of stressed out because that means I have to bank really often to bank all the junk that we have. And that means every time I come back, the spades and the pickaxes are going to be aggressive again. So this is going to be a really long monster. As everything is. There, nothing on this account straightforward. Oh, would you look at that? A skeleton champion scroll. No way. 1 in 5k. It was bound to happen because I'm killing so many of the same genres of monsters, but our first one. And that is 1,000 skeleton kills. I am incredibly excited that this is over. This took way too long. Well over like 13 hours. I'm going to show the loot on screen because it is a lot of just weird junk to go through, but a lot of little fun items there. We got some things we need to do. We're going to do some clue scrolls. We can't do this one, but we have 5 that we can do. So hopefully we can get at least 3, maybe 4 caskets if we get a little lucky here. So let's reset these. We're going to have to come back to pick up all of these, which is annoying, but we have some fletching and crafting also coming up. That's the bad clue on the ground there. We're going to save this last clue that we can do, at least start for our next batch of mediums. We only got 2. I would say, realistically speaking, the item I want is probably a U short bow. And of course, ranger boots or something would be really sick. But let's see what we get. Another power ammo. We do already have one. And there's the U short bow. Okay. Normally, that'd be an incredibly shitty clue scroll, but this is now our best range weapon, and it's a huge upgrade from, I believe, the willow we have. So again, the main reason why we went to the level 40 Tarn's lair skeletons to begin with is to get our fletching up. It is not easy to get our fletching up because cutting logs, first of all, it's not very efficient to put it into fletching. I would much rather make planks and get all the construction XP I can get. And this I found to be the easiest and most effective way So you get Fletching XP. And we're coming up on 5 Fletching with plenty to spare. So let's just finish them out. Actually, you know what? We'll keep 18 of them just in case for some reason I end up needing that. But that is 5 Fletching. Let's also just use this lamp, clear the inventory, and we get 27 Slayer. So in order to actually make the wolf arrow tips, I think I just need to start big chompy bird hunting, and it should let me do it. So let's give a try. Oh my gosh, perfect. Please cut them quick. Okay, that was really quick. I was scared doing all 2,000 of these would take an astronomical amount of time. But as you guys saw, we got some Fletching and crafting XP. So this is going to be exciting. We're going to have a lot of levels coming in. Well, let's get started. Let's chop up these arrow tips. I wonder if this is decent XP just for early levels. Maybe not on an Iron Man because getting these bones isn't that quick. But just in general, for some quick Fletching XP on any account, if you're just starting off, maybe that's why. Like going back a few episodes, that wolf bones were really expensive. It looks like they've dropped substantially since then. But this is really quick. It makes on average 4 arrow tips per bone. It's anywhere between 2 to 6, 4 being the average. So I should get around 10 XP in Fletching and crafting per bone. So 20k Fletching and 20k crafting XP coming up, and that inventory did not take long at all. And Fletching could genuinely be useful on this account because I kept saying I'm going to use all my bars to make knives to get ranged XP. Now, knives are great, but it only makes 5 per bar. I could potentially, with all my bars, get 15 arrow tips per bar instead of the 5 with the knives. The only issue now is, of course, getting a lot more logs for the arrow shafts, or maybe another monster drops arrow shafts. So I'm still not totally locked in with what I'm doing. But having a much higher Fletching level, of course, can't hurt. And this is going to be the start of a lot of Fletching XP, so we'll take it. These are all the remaining bones on the account, and I'm going to stop as soon as we get 34 Fletching to save a few bones. But we went all the way from 5 to 34 Fletching, and I'm really happy we were finally able to train that skill. And our crafting is up to level 41 now as well, so we're getting lots of levels through unconventional methods, which always brings a smile to my face. And our skills are looking pretty fleshed out now, which is just overall really cool for the account, considering I can't resource skill. For level 41 monster, we are going to be killing a monster we've already killed, and I'm sure you guys can guess exactly what that is based on my location. It is going to be flesh crawlers. They have the same exact drop rate of everything according to the wiki as level 35s did. But of course we had that whole fiasco of the wiki not matching the actual drops that I've gotten. Thankfully, the zombies in this room are less than double of my combat level, so they shouldn't be aggressive. But I do think this is going to be just as quick as killing the level 35s because they have the exact same stats except for their attack level. The level 35s have 80 attack, and these guys have 100 attack. So maybe that's going to be a big enough difference. We'll have to eat a little bit more food at the bank, but in terms of the speed of killing them, it's going to be the exact same defense, same HP level, which is only 25. There was no other really good monster for level 41, but I'm not bothered that I have to kill flesh crawlers because, as you can see, the herb situation is absolutely insane. This is all from 36 kills. Also, of course, the iron ore. We're going to get a lot of those. So I'm not going to bore you guys with flesh crawlers again. So we'll see you guys after 1,000 kills with a ton of herb lore and smithing XP banked. Coming up here on the 1,000th kill, really happy it only took about 5 hours to do this. Generally, it takes so much longer, so it's good to get through monsters a lot quicker. We only got 100k XP though because they only have 25 HP, so that kind of sucks. But the loot more than makes up for that. Let's go take a look. It'll only show 950 in the Runelight tracker, but that was, again, 1,000 kills, so 50 were nothing drops. I used my XP to track. Look at all of these herbs we now have. The vast majority of low-level herbs are from what we just killed, the flesh crawlers, and our iron ore is... Oh my gosh, guys! 1.5k iron ore, and our nature runes, we have almost enough to superheat all of those. Close enough. Really happy with that. But overall, a really, really good monster. And unfortunately, that's the last time we can kill flesh crawlers because they are the best source of herbs by far that we've so far killed on the account because we still don't have any herb seeds. And it's kind of annoying me, but we'll get there soon enough. There's a monster I've had on my radar for a while now. The animated steel armor in the Warriors Guild. Now, we're not quite there yet as they are 46 combat. But if we want to get a Rune Defender soon, we'll need several Steel Full Helms, as there is a 10% chance a Steel Full Helm will break per kill. I have two options to accumulate these helms. Level 42 Moss Giants drop a Steel Bar 1 in 21, which if combined with the Orin bars already in my bank, will give me enough helmets for 1,000 kills. Option 2 is Pyrofiends, which drop a Steel Full Helmet 1 in 32. We're not too far off 30 Slayer from Lamping, but there is another cool monster in which we can kill at 43 combat instead. More about that monster later in the video. But I do believe the Moss Giants are the better option anyway. We'll accumulate the helms needed, all while being able to finally get Big Bones to use them at the Chaos Altar, and they'll also be the first monster that'll drop us herb seeds. We've got some ragtag gear on right now because we are going to be killing the Moss Giants in the wilderness. It's not too bad of a walk, but of course there is the chance of dying. The Rev Caves are literally right here, and there's a lot of traffic that runs down. So I fully expect to die a few times during this Moss Giant grind, but the banking is easy, and of course we can replenish your stats really easily. I'm not sure if I want to get my bones and then just run them up to the altar. I probably won't, because I'll have a bunch of things in my inventory already, and I just want to secure everything in the bank. The steel bars, the herb seeds, the big bones, everything from the Moss Giant is going to be pretty valuable. Level 42 Moss Giants. I absolutely love this location. I remember PKing in free-to-play, like I'm talking 2006. And this was a prime location. Like if you told somebody you were at the Moss Giants in the Wildy, this is exactly where you were. We got the looting bag. We got some meat. I still hate my food situation. We really got to try to figure that out soon, because these monsters are now getting much bigger and a little scarier. But yeah, here, let's open the looting bag. Everything's going to go in. We pick up everything. I have the menu swapper on, so I can hopefully avoid any bearing mistakes. 7 Chaos Runes for our first drop. Not bad. I don't think this will take too long, but I don't want to jinx it. Every time I say that, something that I haven't foreseen happens. Oh my god, I'm 91 combat. That means most of these people can actually attack me. Oh, this isn't gonna be good. I'm gonna try my best to avoid these guys. I think if I keep running east as well, it turns into multi. Yeah. Oh man. Okay, maybe we don't bring the looting bag just so we bank a little quicker and secure more of our loot. So I'll do the looting bag this trip, and I'm gonna hop, as you know, we just saw those guys. But I think it's gonna be the same story in every single world. So we'll hop now and we'll see how it goes. Guys, I know an Irit seed is not a big deal, but it's a really, really big deal to me. This is the first herb seed of any kind that I now have on Millikins. It took 42 combat levels. That just sounds crazy to me. Hundreds of hours, and we finally got one, and I feel like we can finally actually start training farming once we get a nice amount of these on the account. So this first inventory was 30 kills. I think I will bring the looting bag. I'm gonna go back on what I just said. I'm just gonna try to stay out of the render distance of those PKers, so on like the east side of the mound where the Moss Giants are. I don't need food, which is great. That was just kind of like an emergency, just in case the Moss Giants hit more than I thought. Obviously, cooked meat isn't going to save me from PKers, but that really wasn't too bad, all things considered. And let's hopefully get a lot of steel bars and a lot of herb seeds. Well, we got our first death. Probably going to be the only death I show, but when the numbers of bones that I have at the end don't match up, you know why. We get our first mossy key after like 167 kills or something, and there's literally a guy over here who looks like he's about to pounce on me, so we are just gonna run away and try to get the log here. But ultimately, why I'm in the wilderness is for these mossy keys. It's a 1 in 60 chance, and look, even though I can't technically use it because it breaks the rules, I figure it's cool to collect them. And at some point, we will get to the combat level of Pyrophyta. I'd actually like to know your guys' opinion on the Mossy Keys, because it's technically using a resource that we got. We're using the Mossy Key. It gets consumed. But then, of course, I'm killing a monster that is not part of my monster bracket. And we're coming up on the final kill here, 1,000 Moss Giants. We did not actually hit the 87 strength. These levels are taking quite a long time, but like I said, the last kill here, guys, we did die quite a few times. I'm a little nervous to look at the damages and how many bones we lost along the way. But let's go. Ooh, steel bar as our last drop. I will say this, our luck for the steel bars have been pretty good. My bank has been descending into madness of how messy it gets picking up all of these items. But unfortunately, we did lose 95 big bones in those 1,000 kills. Still a nice, decent amount. It definitely was a mistake killing them in the wilderness. I just really want to see how many mossy keys we would get. The wiki states 1 in 60 when we're in the wildy. I only have 5. I didn't lose any mossy keys. That's what RuneLight says. That's what we have in the bank. We should have like 16 or 17 of these, but we literally have 5. I don't know if I just got incredibly unlucky or if the wiki's just wrong. I don't know. 3 long bones, which maybe we can use one day. The things I'm most excited about, though, are the 94 steel bars. We did get 57 as drops. I probably lost about 8 to 10 if I had to guess. But we are at a total of 94 now, which is awesome. And a shit ton of herbs. We now have herb seeds. Funny enough, they didn't actually drop any guams. But we do have some low-level herb seeds. So we will get to planting these probably in the near future. We will be using all 905 big bones on the wilderness altar. I'm going to do 1 trip at a time. I'm not going to know anything. I don't want to lose more than I need to. I think we lost enough already. I'm sure I still will lose some because it's chaotic, but I'll do it really late. It's pretty late in the day right now, so hopefully that'll ease the blow. We do have 15 beginner clue scrolls. There's nothing specific that I want other than just getting a unique. I'm not counting that as unique. That's a dumb unique. And we've got 11 caskets to open. The only ones we couldn't do were some of the Charlie the Tramp ones, but not a big deal. Like I said, I don't really need anything. It's just a unique, so let's just fire through them. And we get a unique. I don't even have a rune scimitar, but we are just going to fly through these. Come on. One that I can actually wear. One that I can actually wear. Oh, come on. No. Technically, we did get a unique. That last clue there is pitiful. I don't even want to look at it. It is now time to use all of the bones. We have 905 bones to use. It's going to be roughly 105 per bone because it's times 7 XP. 3.5 times per bone, but there's a 50% chance the bone doesn't get used. We are going to be bringing some armor just in case, for example, somebody logs in now. Hopefully I can use the bones quick enough to where I don't actually lose any by tanking a few hits. So assuming I don't lose many bones, I should be getting around 95k XP because I'll get roughly 105 XP per big bone. So we're getting a massive chunk of prayer XP from just one monster, and that's so weird to think about after killing 42,000 monsters, that a massive chunk only came from one of those monsters. These are the last bones. Oh, that went really quickly. That is every big bone used up, all 905. We didn't lose any of them. Really close to that 59 prayer. We got some real exciting content coming up next, and actually it's gonna give us 59 prayer as well. So, ooh, let's do it. There's something I've been waiting to do for a while now, completing my first and only complete Barrows run I'll ever be able to do. On June 14th, 2023, His Faithful Servants was released. The mini quest is as easy as completing a Barrows run, and since I'm allowed to kill monsters for quests, I meet all of the requirements. The reason I waited until now to complete the mini quest is because our next monster involves looting the Barrows chest without actually killing any brothers. If we only kill level 43 rats, we can still gain loot percentage and loot the chest. We're unable to get 100% loot percentage without killing any brothers, so it's impossible to obtain items such as a D-Med, key halves, or any Barrows equipment. We can, however, get rolls on the basic drop table for coins and runes. But let's focus on the mini quest first, which gives a juicy 20,000 prayer XP. Let's not kid ourselves though. We're here for the 1 in 15 chance of pulling a Barrows item. We can only get one shot, so let's see if Iron Man luck is real. I'm really excited right now. And it's not just because we're going to get like 20k prayer XP or a chance at a Barrows item. Of course, that's very exciting. But we're doing a mini quest. We are using prayer pots as intended, and we're able to do Barrows relatively efficiently just by killing monsters 1,000 at a time. And to me, that's kind of a big deal. That's right. We need to talk to the guy. I'm just ready to fucking send the fucking Barrows. We're here for a quest, Rargh, not to grind Barrows. I mean, I wish. I can hit up to a 21 with Wind Blast. It's not the max technically, I'm pretty sure, because I don't have the level required to do Fire Blast, but I can hit up to 21s, which is crazy. If you guys have ever played RuneScape Iron Man way back before things like the Scepters were released and Tridents and the Magic rework, you'd get an Iban staff because you were able to hit 25s, and that was a pretty big deal for Barrows. But now you can just get 41 magic, grab an air staff, some death runes, and you're honestly good to go. Oh man, okay, they're all dead. I don't know why I'm so nervous right now. I'm really not expecting a Barrows item, but I know it's gonna be my only shot in a really long time of getting one. Because when I do want to do Barrows for level 98 or 115, I have to kill one brother 1,000 times and loot the chest every time, and I don't know how that'll be. So, let's see. Good luck, us. No. That's a lot of death runes. No luck, but that's okay. The first mini quest completed on the account as well. Give me that juicy XP. Study the map so we can use our mini map in the Barrows crypts. 20,000 prayer XP is actually freaking insane. 59 prayer. We're not that far off of 60 now. The only area in the crypts in which the rats naturally spawn is the western middlemost room. Of course, they could spawn by opening and closing the doors as well, but I think that's going to be a pretty unreliable method because there are skeletons and bloodworms that can also spawn. So we're probably going to spend most of our time in here. So right now I have no perfect way of killing them. The best method I have is when one dies to make sure I'm closest to another rat. So that's the one that aggroes me. I really hope there's going to be a better method than this because it's definitely not perfect, and I have to go through the doors sometimes. The Barrows brothers are going to keep spawning because I don't have any Barrows brother kills. All right, we messed up on the first one here, but I do think we want to stay at 84%. It's either 84 or 89 because I can only kill rats, and they give 4.25% of reward potential. But I don't want to get anything like bolt racks. Even if when we're at 98 combat and we're killing 1,000 Carol, let's say, and I get a Carol's crossbow, I'm probably not going to have enough bolt racks to keep it sustainable. I'd much rather focus on getting as many runes as possible. So going forward, we're going to get only 84%. Oh, 94 coins. I mean, we're going to see that quite a bit, to be honest, but I didn't want to see it as my first loot doing this method. The worst part about this, I think, is that we have to run back, leave the cavern, and then find the new Barrows brother for the new tunnel. And then, of course, the doors are going to change, get back to the rats, rinse and repeat. We're also out of food now, so I'm probably just going to telly. And if I have to telly every 20-ish kills, I'm just going to say I hope it's all worth it. We are going to keep this chest at 80%. That's one less kill just to average out that extra kill we had so it's divisible by 1,000 and get 50 chests throughout this 1,000 rat kills. Let's hope this chest is a little better, and it isn't. But hey, we've got some good news. We have a lot more food this time around, and I think I can get 2 to 3 crypt runs per trip. And I could tell you to Ferox between trips to get my run back, so I think we can really speed this up. Oh man, chest number 3. We might die, we might not. Let's just loot real quick. Let's loot real quick. Teleport anywhere, coins. Okay, that's gonna be the last chest that I show, unless it's good. Any good chests we get, I'll let you guys know. But to demonstrate what I'm gonna do for quick efficiency, telly out, last man standing, get run back to Varrock, head back to Barrows. Chest number 5, and we get something other than runes. I will take that. I'll even take mind runes. Tank it, tank it, tank it, tank it, and blood runes. That's our first blood rune loot as well. Thank God we didn't die there. Not that it really matters. 1,000 rats have been killed. This is my 50th Barrows chest, 51 if you count the first mini quest that we did. But the last chest coming up, and we get some mind runes. Guys, this whole thing probably took like 16-ish hours to do with tellying and then walking all the way back to Barrows and then trying to not get aggro on all the other monsters in that room. These are all of the runes we got. To be honest, a lot less than I thought we were going to get, but out of all the monsters we could have picked for 43, this was still by far the best. But There's something. So if we just empty our inventory, this is what the rune situation is now looking like. We just passed the 1,000 blood mark. Not sure when or where I'm going to use those, but these are the stats as well. Still 87 strength, still quite a bit off. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and expect even bigger plans for the next episode. Check the bestiary if you want a hint for what's next. I'll see you guys then.